we're very lucky to live here. It's a big country. It's very big. With a small population. We're only 33 million people, so it's small. But I think we have a very good political system. It's very quiet. We have a low crime rate. We have a good education system. We have a good health care system. And people are very friendly here. And we have winters, which are very good. And the summers are nice. I think it's a very good country. My ancestors have been here for nearly 400 years.
Ah, okay, so you are definitely Canadian.
Well, yeah.
And what do you think about Mexico?
Well, I like Mexico. I have not been there. I have read a lot of stories about Mexico, leyendas, legends, and other things. And I have met many Mexican people through the UNAM here. And I think it's very nice. I want to go to Mexico. I want to visit. I'm going to be staying. I have a good friend. Her name is Pam. I will be staying at her house for 1 month. Yes, that'll be very good. And the food, all the food is included.
Ah, okay.
So that will be very good. Yes, yes. I'm going to go visit Pam and Enrique. And I want to visit all of Mexico. I want to visit the Mayan ruins. I want to see the ruins. I want to visit DF. I want to see all the chaparitas and the chilangos
And
everything, yes.
And what do you think are the most important differences between Mexico and Canada?
Yes, there are some very big differences based on the weather, because in Canada, of course, we have the winter and we have the snow, and you have a wet season and a dry season. So because the weather is different, the people are different also in some cases. Many people in Mexico are from Europe, just like in Canada, but because of the weather, there are differences. Mexicans spend a lot of time outside. We spend a lot of time in our houses. Mexicans spend a lot of time with their family. We spend a lot of time alone. So that's a big difference. We travel long distances also, probably more than Mexico does. I think our system of education is higher, and there's less poor people in Canada than in Mexico. So our education, the average education is higher in Canada, and the health services, I think, also are better in Canada. There are many problems because of the warm weather that we don't have in Canada. So the cold weather is a problem, but it's also an advantage. But Mexicans are very friendly people. They're very nice people. Canadians will be different. They will also be friendly, but not as warm. If you stop and you ask somebody in Canada, they will talk to you and explain. If you ask in Mexico, you're a brother or a sister,
Yeah.
and it's a difference. So there are many differences. There's differences based on culture, because Mexico is more Spanish, South European, as opposed to Canada is more North European. So that's a difference in the culture there. In Canada, a lot of it is English, a lot of it is French. In Mexico, it's Spanish, big Spanish overtones, even though it's been a long time, it's still the same sort of concept.
And what do you think about living in Mexico? Would you live in Mexico?
go to live in Mexico for 6 months, I need to buy insurance, and it will be expensive. Here we have a good system. So yes, I would like to live in Mexico, but I could not live forever, for a long period of time.
Okay, good to know. Well, thank you very much.
It was a pleasure.
My pleasure.
Doña Paula.